Now, don't clutch your pearls, but I am back in Disney in my new Doc Marten Anna Stone boots for round 2 because I went looking on Pinterest for an outfit inspiration for my jorts. I found this picture. I knew I had to recreate this in Lonnie Vision, so let's see how my feet hold up for round 2, and let's go break down this stinking cute outfit. And today I'm doing things totally different. I am not waiting for my heels to start hurting before I start putting on band-aids. I actually have moleskin all over the back of my heels. Once a blister starts, it's near impossible to stop the pain, and it is near impossible to reverse that effect. So it's really super important to protect your heels before they start to hurt, and that's exactly what I did today. My moleskin is working perfectly. I have like 3,099 steps in. My feet do not hurt at all. My heels, there is zero tenderness on my heels. So I'm just gonna predict this. I think this round is gonna turn out better, but we have a lot of walking we still have to do. And again, when I saw this outfit on Pinterest, I was like, bam, I need to recreate this outfit. And when you look at her jorts, that's like the important part of this outfit. Because if you get your jorts wrong, it's going to just change the entire vibe. But you see what I mean when you change the fit of your pants? I mean, just by making the belt tighter and pulling them up, had a completely different vibe. And I know she's probably taller than I am, so I had to take that into consideration when I was picking out my jorts, because I actually have jorts in 2 different lengths. Her shorts hit right at the top of her knee, then there's leg, and then there's boot. Had I have picked the longer ones, it would have gone straight to jort to boot, and I wouldn't have had that look. I really like showing a little bit of leg on this one, so the jorts that I picked were the perfect length. I literally just sat in water. Yep, there's a big old wet spot back there. I'm not gonna show it to you, but trust me, it is there. So yes, I'm walking around with a big wet spot on the back of my jeans, but with this weather, it's gonna dry quick, so I'm not really too worried about it. But I did buy these jorts from H&M a few years ago. And here's my styling tip for y'all. If you're looking for a denim pair of jorts, the key is to oversize. Go up 1 to 2 sizes because you want that baggy, oversized, relaxed look. And feel free to go up as many sizes as you want. Just make sure they're loose, they're flowing, and they make you feel fabulous. My pointer toe is rubbing the top of my Doc Marten. And I'm like, did it do that last time? And I think I was so fixated on the back of my heels, I didn't notice it. Are my Doc Martens too small? No, they're not, because my big toe is touching the end of my Doc Marten exactly where I want it to. It's that damn pointer toe that doesn't know where to go. So I'm gonna go into the store, I'm gonna borrow their scissors, I'm gonna put a little bit of moleskin on my pointer toe, and we're gonna stop any problem from getting worse, because we're at 5,400 steps. We're at 5,400 steps, and we got a whole lot of walking left to do. And my little piggy is all taken care of now. Instantly feels better. Now her cute little top, I think is either a crop top or she has like a regular t-shirt just kind of tied up. Since she has that either cropped or tied up, you can see a little bit of her belly, which I think is super cute. Not my style. I just can't be comfortable with that. So I had to think, like, how am I gonna get the same look without a crop top? And what I did is I did just a little French tuck in the front, so then that way it kind of just stops the flow. It's not gonna look like just straight up and down. And then I added this cute little cow print belt. And what this is doing is this is breaking up my midsection, just like she had on her outfit with the crop up top, I'm getting that same effect with the French tuck and the belt. Do you see how this is working? I take something she does, and then I'm like, how can I get that look in my comfort zone? And that's exactly what I did with this graphic tee and my belt. But I am a little curious. What is your thoughts on jorts? I mean, do you wear them? Am I the only one that loves rocking some jorts? So leave a comment, let me know. Are you team jorts or are you team no jorts? Leave me a comment. I am so curious. So the hat that she was wearing was a denim hat. I can see what she was doing. She was picking up on the whole denim vibe. Denim hat, the blue Dior bag, the denim jorts, and then just the basic white t-shirt and the boots. And when I went to pick out my hat, I decided to incorporate more of the browns. So I picked my Free People hat that I absolutely love. We are currently at 8,419 steps. My feet are feeling absolutely night and day difference from the last time. It's incredibly insane how much more comfortable they are today than they were the last time. And one of the techniques that I've been using that you shared with me was using like a leather conditioner. Now, I personally always use the Doc Marten Wonder Balm. I think it's an amazing product. And what you do is you take that and you put it on the inside of your boot, and it just allows your leather to get broken down enough so that way your next tip is going to work. She picked that just gorgeous blue Dior bag. I do not have a beautiful blue Dior bag, but I do have this amazing Coach backpack. This is a collaboration that Coach did with Disney. Gosh, I think back in like 2018, I don't know. They did this one a while ago, and this is the spooky collaboration for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But this is the purse that I picked instead of a Dior. And the one thing that just absolutely just brings this outfit all together are these Doc Marten Anna Stone boots. Oh my gosh, even though they're giving me a little bit of a run for my money for breaking them in, I absolutely love the look of them and I love the vibe. Now, I don't know, y'all. I think that Doc Martens with jorts are just the way to go. I really do struggle with like what other shoes I could wear with jorts. I have a tendency to go between Doc Martens and flip-flops. I don't know, I cannot wear Doc Martens when it's 100 degrees outside, and I don't really think wearing flip-flops through Disneyland is the way to go either. So leave me a comment, give me some suggestions. I mean, what kind of shoe do you think would look good with this outfit if I wasn't wearing my Doc Martens? And just like that, we are at 10,500 steps. And the difference between last time and this time is absolutely night and day difference. I literally feel like I could do another 10,000 steps. And one of the comments that you gave me and one of the suggestions that I did was not only using that Wonder Balm, but I broke down the leather when I wasn't wearing them. I would sit there and I would step on my boots, I would move the leather around. I was softening up the leather when I wasn't wearing them. And it has made an incredible difference. And just like that, another Disney fashion adventure is in the books. But don't go anywhere, because I have one final step count and one more Doc Marten breaking in tips. All right, final step count, 12,335 steps. Absolutely, and I will say this again, night and day difference. I mean, my feet are perfectly fine, which brings me to my last and final tip for breaking in your Doc Martens at Disneyland, and that's bring a backup pair of shoes. Oh my gosh. The last time I did this, I crawled out of the park and then I drove home and I still had errands to run and I still had the Doc Martens on my feet. I literally felt like I was walking through the grocery store stepping on razor blades. So just in case my little breaking in tips didn't work this time, I have a pair of flip-flops waiting for me in my car and I didn't have to use them. So These tips absolutely work, everybody. And let me know if you have any questions. And most importantly, let me know, do you have any other tips? Because I'm going to continue to buy new Doc Martens. I'm going to continue to break them in at Disneyland. And I am going to continue to need your help. So like and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next adventure.